Hi, Peter Jones, author, property investor and ex-chartered surveyor, and I was online just looking at property articles, as one does, just keeping abreast of what's going on, and I came across this really interesting article on property118.com. By the way, if you don't know property118.com, I recommend you go and check them out. It's nothing to do with me, I'm not affiliated to them, I get no kickbacks for recommending them, but I've met Mark Alexander who put it together, and he's a good guy, a lot of property experience, and there's always really great property information on this site. Anyway, I was looking at this article with the headline, "Government does not plan to extend stamp duty holiday," and I must admit that I've kind of assumed that they would extend it. The reason being that I imagine that why they brought in the stamp duty holiday was to boost the economy, because they know that the property market is quite a significant driver of the economy. If you think about it, there's so many people involved in property, so many different professions, either directly or indirectly. If you're buying or selling houses, then you're going to have solicitors, you're going to have surveyors, you're going to have mortgage brokers, you're going to have estate agents. If the property needs some work doing to it, there's going to be builders, there's going to be plumbers, there's going to be electricians. It may need new carpets, it may need new white goods, it may need new curtains, and the list goes on and on and on of either people who are directly or indirectly involved in property. So it made sense to me that with all the problems that the economy's been having because of the virus problem, that stimulating the property market would be a good thing to do. And the way that they decided to do it was to give us a stamp duty holiday. So given that actually the economy is probably in worse shape than it was when they originally brought in the stamp duty holiday, to me it makes no sense at all to actually take the stamp duty holiday away. Now, in the article, the government sources are quoted as saying, as the relief was to provide immediate stimulus to the property market, the government does not plan to extend this relief. But we're now into tiers, which are really another name for lockdowns. We've had lockdown 1, we've had lockdown 2, we're effectively in lockdown 3, and by the time you watch this video, we may officially be in lockdown 3, which is effectively tier 5, I guess. And so it goes on. So I would think there's even more need of stimulus for the economy now than there was even when the stamp duty holiday came in. And of course, the problem with actually taking the stamp duty holiday away is what they call the cliff edge. That there will be a lot of people who are trying to get deals through now, bringing deals forward to do in the next couple of months to get the deals done by the 31st of March. And then after the 31st of March, the property market will just grind to a halt, potentially. Who knows, maybe I'm wrong, but that could well happen. Now, of course, the government may argue that in giving a stamp duty holiday, they're actually missing out on tax receipts. But when you think about all of the people who are potentially kept employed and paying tax, either as income tax, national insurance, or as profits on their businesses, the chances are they're making a lot more in those kinds of taxes because of the stamp duty holiday than they will be taking from the stamp duty itself. So this is what I think could happen. I'm not making a prediction because who knows, everything's so unpredictable now. But if the government decided to change their minds, what the press will call a U-turn, then that wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all if when we get nearer the 31st of March they decide that they will keep the stamp duty holiday in place for another 3 months, 6 months, a year or whatever, because it makes no sense to me to actually stop it. But we will see what happens. I hope you found this video useful and informative, and if you did, then please come over to my website www.thepropertyteacher.co.uk, where you'll find loads more great property related resources, including free special reports to download and my best-selling series of ebooks, which includes the Successful Property Renovators Workshop, 63 common defects in investment property and how to spot them. And if you're just starting out in property, or if you want to grow your portfolio, you may be particularly interested in the Successful Property Investors Strategy Workshop, in which I'll take you through exactly how I started and built my property portfolio, starting literally with none of my own money, and how I built a portfolio of £2 million worth of property in just 4 years. And that was starting from scratch. I'll take you through everything that I did right so that you can copy me and do the same. And I'll also show you everything that I did wrong so that you can avoid the mistakes that I made and so that you can progress in property and be far more successful far more quickly than I ever was. And this is based upon my own real life experience, and it took me about 4 years to actually work out how to do property investing properly. But in the 200 pages in the Successful Property Investors Strategy Workshop, I'm going to show you all of that 4 years knowledge condensed down so that you can use it immediately. And until next time, here's to successful property investing.